What's up, guys? This is your boy James, aka 68J, coming to you on this Saturday. And I'm super excited as we have a not so often Saturday stream for the greatest family on planet Earth, EARF. Now, I told you guys on Friday that I might go live today, being that I missed Thursday. Took a day off, and I was, it was crazy, guys, because yesterday after we streamed, so much happened. I mean, so much happened. Right after we got off our live stream. So like, I think I went from 12 to 1. By 2 o'clock, everything went crazy, like an hour later. So I wanted to come on and address some things and talk to you guys and see how my family's doing and all that kind of good stuff. And I know those who know what they hold are in full control, but at the end of the day, to say it wasn't a scary event, or to say it wasn't expected, or there was a level of manipulation and it was all planned and all those. So we're going to talk about a lot of stuff today. Before we do, let me give some recognition to the greatest family ever, Shane Sullivan in the house. What's up, Shane? Shane up in here. Got that XRP logo. I love it. Bradley, is in the house. Good to see you. Charles Can't Lie. What's up, Charles? What it do? Thanks again for the membership, brother. I appreciate you in a major way. Thank you for being here. We've got, who else we got up in here? Hustle Hard in Crypto. Devon Steve in the house. Guys, we got a heck of a show. Let's get right into it. Now, for you, those of you guys don't know why we're streaming, we are live on X. As you guys can see right now, we're actually live. We're also live on our Crypto for Life YouTube channel, which, guys, I got to give you guys some credit. Because of you guys, the space, the support, we've been featured on the XRP calendar. We've been brought up on many shows. We've been on the Fruition Productions, the Rigged from the Start documentary. Just, you guys have done some things that put us in the limelight, and I just want to say thank you guys for your incredible support. You can say it's me, but damn it, I say it's you. How about that? Do me a favor, guys, go over to our Crypto for Life channel, one of the most amazing channels. I would say we are the greatest channel on planet Earth, EARF. I can claim that because that was the word I made up. How about that? And we got the greatest damn family, guys. I appreciate you guys in a major way. Make sure you guys go check out all of our amazing content. We'll appreciate you guys. It's not about how many that are here, but that you're here. And that's what matters to me. I appreciate you guys big time. Let's get right into it. Market cap wiped the hell out. What happened? We're going to talk about that and much more. Mike O in the house. What's up, Mike O? Mike O hit me up and said, Jay, I bought the dip. I didn't trip. You damn straight. That's what I hope most people did. Okay, guys, let's get right into it. Market cap, $3.71 trillion. Bitcoin down to 111. 111. Now, if we go back and look over the last 7 days, guys, you guys can see we were hovering right around this 124, 125. Guys, look, we're only talking 5 days ago. 126. We hit all-time highs for Bitcoin. What the hell happened? They weren't ready. They said, oh, hell no, what's going on? And the market kind of, did some capitulation, and we can see right here, guys. And it's funny because somebody had put on X where Jim Cramer had said, I think it was like, a day before. It's so crazy how that lines up. Jim Cramer, I wasn't even aware of this, but it showed Jim Cramer on X saying, like maybe a day before, buy crypto, like a couple days before, buy crypto. And somebody said, damn it, we should have known. Because the moment Jim Cramer said that, now it definitely wasn't a Jim Cramer issue. There were several things that played into that. We'll get into that in just a minute. But Bitcoin took a massive. So you're talking about in one day, at 6 a.m., it was 122,000. During that same day, we got down to like 108, 107, 108. That's a major. How much is that? Like 12? How much is that? $14,000 dump? Crazy. Huh? Crazy. And what led up to that? We're going to get in that and much more. And the funny part about it all is, guys, as it's still kind of dipping, and you can see the rest of the market's dipping as we talk. XRP was just around 250. I do believe this is planned. I do believe there's different things. There's different things that were done, and we're gonna talk about that and much more. But I think one of the things that's hilarious to me is people reach out and they're like, "My God, what happened to XRP? Oh my God, oh my God!" And I'm like, if you can show me a chart or show me anything in crypto that shows that XRP is the only coin, if XRP had dumped the way it dumped and everything else stayed the same, I'd be concerned, right? And even then, I'd be like, oh, it has to be a logical explanation, but the whole market dumped, and we're going to be talking about that. Again, Bitcoin barely holding on to 111,000. We got Ethereum right now at 3,700 and some change. BNB, which to me, this is still huge for BNB because BNB is still a lot higher than where it was, even though it said, got to like 1,300. I mean, even at 11 something, that's strong as hell. I mean, enough to keep it at the number 4 asset. Again, I don't count Tether. XRP at 240, obviously, is below BNB at the number 5 or the number 4 asset if you want to take away Tether as a jinky stablecoin. It is what it is. When they get an audit, maybe I'll change the way I feel about them. And maybe not because they've avoided one for so many years. Solana right now, 177.46. We got TRX right now at 3,100. I'm not going to go through every coin, but some of these coins have taken major hits. ADA, 63 cents. I mean, guys, I didn't even realize this. It's so crazy to think that this dip that we saw is, what's up, Sean Thompson? Good to see you, Sean, in the house. We got, who else is up in here? Nest Force, good to see you, Nest Force. Yeah, some alts dropped as low, as high as 80%. 80%. Do you guys realize that yesterday's drop, and I didn't even realize this until I realized it, yesterday's drop was bigger than the FTX collapse, bigger than COVID's drop? What? It was the biggest drop in all of crypto's history. I'm like, what? Absolutely crazy, guys. And there's no reason for it. You telling me Trump's words did that? I don't think so. I think that it was part of it. I think it was part of it, but I think it was a strategic move. Yeah. A collaborative move to shake people the hell out. And we'll talk about that in a bit. All right, guys, we got a link right now, 1723, but some of these assets took a major pop. Stellar back at 31 cents. I don't even know what some of these things got to. I know at one point, Sui, it wasn't even on this one. This is one of the things that got pissed people off yesterday. Even though Sui shows here on CoinMarketCap, it got down to like 180 or something like that. On Binance, it showed it got down to like, didn't it show it like wick to 50 cents? Everybody like, what? Crazy. Crazy. We're going to talk about all that in a minute. Litecoin still holding the number 19 spot at 193 cents. Some of these assets dropped significantly. Shiba lost the one. What did Shiba end up going down to? My God. I know a lot of people's butts were tight on this one. 5 zeros and a 7. 5 zeros and a 7. My God. When that thing held for 4 zeros and a 1 for so long. Now it's at 5 zeros and a 9 as it bounced back up some. Crow, 15 cents. What did Crow get down to? 10 cents. Wow. You could have gobbled yourself some Crow up at 10 cents. Crazy. Polkadot, $2.99. What the hell did drop? Oh my God. What did drop? What did Polkadot? It dropped to $2? My God, bro. That's lower than when it did the redenomination back in the day. When I, that's lower than when I dropped a whole bunch of money and got rich off. Good God. And some people bought the dip. I'm gonna be, look, guys, here's another thing. You got a lot of, let me get through this real quick. You got a lot of people always talking about, I didn't trip, I bought the dip. Buy the dip, that's like everybody's favorite word. And I say it sometimes too, like buy the dip. But I also acknowledge yesterday, I didn't buy a damn thing. Why? I didn't. I'm not gonna buy something that I got way cheaper back in. I started buying XRP at 17 cents, 20 cents. I'm not buying no damn $2. $1. Hell no. For what? I'm positioned. I'm good. Bitcoin. I was getting Bitcoin at 35, 4 or 5,000. No, I'm not buying it. Oh my God, it dipped to 108. I bought some. So some people to be saying that just full of crap to me. And that's what today, I just want to come on and keep it real for people who needed that and kind of hear a little real voice, Everybody's got their opinion. My opinion is just an opinion too. Don't mean I got any answers for anything, but I'm telling you, I was sitting there with some popcorn and a soda pop just chilling like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. So anyways, Uniswap got, it's back at 584, guys. We got Aave right now at 230. Near, let's make it clear, 225. The market's red. What do you need to say? Some of these alts, guys, fell down 80%. Does anybody know what alts got hit the worst? I'm on a team with an Atom validator. They also built a L1 on Atom, but they're getting frustrated with the leadership on Atom. Might have to move chains. Wow. So what does anybody know the alts that got hit the hardest yesterday? I wouldn't even pay, honestly, bro. I wasn't even looking at alts like that. You know what I'm saying? When you're positioned, I'm just positioned, and even though I'm not gonna sit here and act like my portfolio didn't go down like a mill ticket, but what does it mean? What does it matter? what does it matter? Right? Like you think that, like, some people's portfolios probably went down hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands, but what does it mean? You know, it's funny because one of my buddies sold his position and then bought back lower for less amount of what he had. So that, like, I the way I would explain it is, I don't know his exact number. Let's say he had 1,000 or something before, and then he sold it and bought back lower, but it wasn't originally what he bought it at. So like if he had, it's almost like saying he bought XRP at 50 cents. I won't even use 50 cents, whatever the amount that he bought, let's say 1,000 XRP. And then he freaked out and sold and then bought back in and ended up with 750 XRP. Like I don't even, like, sometimes the best thing you could do, man, is just set it and forget about it. Like, yeah, I don't. And then people who leverage, I was talking about my son's, for those of you guys who don't know, my son's a day trader. He gets up every morning and trades stocks, not crypto, stocks. And I got my buddy Sly Fox. Shouts out to Sly. I don't know if Sly is here or not, but Sly's he's an investor. I don't know if Sly's really a day trader, but he does trade. I got several friends. I got another one of my friends that called me trading as well. Man, a lot of people who were leveraging and shorts, man, bro, like, oh my God. I know Don put some stuff out there, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But yeah, the markets are red. I don't even want to get, I don't know. Let me see. Anybody put anything? Oh, ICP got hit hard? What? Let me see. See, that's why I was asking, because I want to look. I'm telling you, I wasn't going around looking at coins yesterday. I didn't give a damn. I was like, whatever. You know, I've been in here since 17. I've seen worse dips. Now here's the funny thing. I didn't see worse dips, but here's what's so funny. It dipped, but I think for me, I'm like, bruh, I seen XRP go back to like 10 cents. Like I seen Bitcoin go to 35. Like, so this dip, I guess that's kind of what my thing was, right? It's like everybody's like, it's the worst dip in crypto, and I'm looking like, okay, Bitcoin got to 108,000. I ain't bought it nowhere near that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like oh, XRP dropped to $2 or something, $2 whatever the hell it was. What did it get to? What did XRP get to yesterday? Like 190, $2, whatever, $2 even or whatever. I mean, all right. So, and that's not 50 cents. That's not 20 cents. I'm just saying. I guess my mindset was a little bit different when I saw the dip. I was like, I knew it was going to come. I can't say I knew it was going to come then, but someone said, what was it? ICP? I think I looked it up. Let's see how bad ICP dipped. Where's it at? Did I pass it? Where's it at? Is ICP this? Oh, it is right here. ICP got down to what, like 296? What was 296? What was it? Oh, okay. So that was okay. A little more than a 50% dip, right? Yeah, a little more than a 50% dip. What else they said? Somebody said Caspa. Caspa was hit hard yesterday. I haven't looked at none of this stuff. 3 cents, and before that it was like at 7. So yeah, it took more than, okay. I can see where some of these things took 60. Hit hard. Caspa and Adam stand out as two of the biggest losers. That's for us. Okay, let's get into it, guys. So the market's red, whatever. Moving on. Don't care. I mean, none of the cent when I'm just name off every coin. Oh, this lost, that lost. It's whatever. Let's move on. Okay, so I agree with Dom here, and there's a lot of things that I kind of went back and retweeted that kind of stood out to me. Because like I said, I wasn't going to stream today, but I just want to kind of go through a few thoughts with you guys. Dom comes out with Easy A and says, you can't control what happens, but you can control how you react. That's what separates winners from losers. And I agree with that, guys. Panic selling, freaking out. And I know, look, guys, I want to also make sure that I come across, in a way that I understand, because I understand not everybody has, some people for the first time, depending when they got into crypto, they might have saw that first 100,000. They might have saw that first 50,000, that first, oh my God, I got to $100,000, or I got to 50,000, I got to $10,000, whatever it is, and to have half of that wiped out, that's pretty big. That's pretty big. Yeah, that's pretty big. So, I want to make sure I don't discount how people, but you don't lose until you sell. That's one thing I learned about since I've been in crypto since 2017. You don't lose anything if you don't sell. I mean, right. So if you had 1,000, SUI or whatever that you said, Caspo or ICP or XRP, whatever, you got 1,000 this morning, and and if it dips down to $2 again, you'll have 1,000, and if it dips up to $1,000, you got 1,000. If you don't, you guys know what I'm saying? Like the thing that kills most people in this space is emotions. Because if you have a plan and your levels are like, I ain't taking profit till 10 and 20 and 50 or whatever your levels are, why are you tripping at $2? Oh, it's probably because it ain't going the way you want it to go. It's not getting there as fast as you want it to get there. But nothing's changed. Your plan ain't changed. I know Ripple's plans ain't changed. I know Charles Hopkins and ADA plans ain't changed, and XLM Stellar plans ain't changed, and Algorand and Sui and what. But I'm just saying, like, oh man, the amount of text messages I was getting yesterday. Oh my God, Jay, what's going on? And I'm like, huh? Because remember, I got off my stream, and when I get off my stream a lot of time, I go into relax mode. So I got on, flipped the TV on. I was watching something on like Netflix or YouTube, and then all of a sudden my phone, ding, 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 ding. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I was like, damn, what happened? And I just kind of looked real quick because it was shocking. And, but I kind of heard it's funny because me and my son had talked about it a little bit that morning because he trades. And he's like, oh, Dad, I got into a trade and, Trump made that crazy announcement. So I kind of knew a little bit what happened, but I guess it must have been like two parts to it. He made an announcement against China and what other countries are saying. They're all pissed off. Then he came back with that 100% tariff. And then it seems like there were some issues with exchanges. And we're going to get to that when I get to those articles. Anyways, let's keep going. So now this is Tara. Don't know who Tara is. She ran, just ran into my stream. As far as when I've seen it, it says XRP could start dropping again. So obviously Tara, when you look at who Tara is a person who it says she's been in since 15. Damn, that's longer than I've been in crypto. Market analyst, investor, trader, sniper, not a financial advisor. She got a YouTube channel. Didn't know she just fell into my stream. So anytime I see charts, I'm like, okay, what are these people talking about? So been in it longer than I have. XRP could start drop. Oh, by the way, guys, let me say this before we keep it going. Nothing I talk about on this show should ever be considered or deemed financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. My name is James, aka 68J. I've been in crypto since 2017. Can't believe it's been that long. Documenting my journey in the evolution of money. It's been a hell of a ride. We started this show after supporting other people's shows, and because I didn't want to, get back in front of I shouldn't say a camera because I was more of a stage speaker. I was speaking on stage, as you guys can see in my intro to my show and outro, whatever you want to call it. Me on suit and ties and traveling all over the world on some of the biggest stages, whether it was 500 or 15,000 people, and I didn't want to do that again. And then when I realized the camera wasn't that, and I could just have fun and be myself and be, smart, educated, real, but then also goofy and have fun and all that. Like 68J, the crypto crackhead, huh? Right here, live. Had to get a fix. Wouldn't be a show. But yeah, so we started 2 years and 11 months. We started this show, and it's been a phenomenal ride. And I've been able to connect with people like you. I'm so happy that I met you guys. I love you guys to pieces, man. Thank you guys for being part of my family. If you're part of my show, welcome. But if you're part of my family, love you to pieces. And thank you guys for being here. All right, let's move on. Nestor says, I suspect Israel is going to make a sketchy move in the next few days. Could be a bit more pain. And yeah, I think so. And this is what she says. So let's listen to what this sister's saying here. XRP could start dropping again from this level. The reason why I highlighted, can you guys hear me okay? The reason why I highlighted the 0.5 resistance level yesterday is because this level could turn into wave B of the correction. There is no waves to go off of, but resistance here could mean another test on the 0.5 support or the 0.618 support. I think the 0.5 is more likely at $1.88 because you can see that's right in line with the prior wave 4 corrections tend to gather. If it doesn't break up from this level now at $1.46, which is obviously not there now, I don't think, right? No, we're below that, right? We're like $1.40, $1.30. Where you at? Where's the XRP? $1.39. Okay, so $1.38 and dropping. So it's actually dropping since I started the show. It says if we don't get higher than this level 246, this is what I'm expecting, especially if Bitcoin loses its 118 support level. So now 0.118 support level. So I don't know what price that is. Now I know if you go to this young lady still here, um, and if you guys get, I don't know who she is, but give her a follow. I like anybody who's got good TA. It looks like okay, this is October 6th. Okay, this is I'm calling. Okay, so this is crazy. She says I'm calling out market manipulation on Binance. Wow. Now this is. I'm gonna read what she has to say here, but I know there's some people who were very pissed off because even though it showed some of these assets dipping down further than that, some of these assets weren't up and running. People, they sent out messages to people, oh, sorry, we're not functioning right at this time. And it's not just the dips, guys. I've seen this happen in bull runs where Coinbase is totally flatlined against people taking profit, making moves, guys. It just, and this is why I've seen so many angry people on X when I did pop in yesterday and look, when all this was coming to my attention, I said, oh, what's going on? I've seen so many people that were on X mad that they could, and if you guys remember, even before this crash, earlier this week, earlier this week, Zach Rector had a little meltdown on, I think it was like Coinbase or whatever exchange that he was using, just talking about how frustrated he was and how they were holding up his money, all kinds of stuff, man. He couldn't, and these are some of the most prominent people in the space. And that's why I've been searching for, and here's the thing, guys. I'm not going to talk about it as of yet because I'm going to set up a show for it, but I have made a decision. I will have a link that I can share with you guys that will support the channel as well. But I want to talk about, what I found, because what I did is I looked at several things, and I'm not going to put anyone down. But I was looking for ways that we're able to interact with our money, with our assets. We can do it 24/7. There is no outages. We're fully protected. You don't got to worry about nobody hacking. And then there are some other variables like getting robbed, being held hot. There's a lot of things that were in my mind as I was out here looking for the most secure ways that if someone did try to do something like that, they could identify. So, I mean, I went through some deep diving, digging, should I say, and I came up with something, and we're going to talk about that like probably this next week. I'm going to set it up real quick. Okay, so she said, I'm calling out market manipulation against Binance. It's the only exchange to hit critical 1.68 level. It was able to determine the exact time and knew the level it could push BTC to liquidity. That would invalidate the final wave on other exchanges. Other exchanges probably weren't able to sell, and now Binance controls the entire market. Wow, this was 4 hours ago. Holy crap. It doesn't surprise me at all that Bitcoin is still at the critical 0.118 level. This is to keep all of us divided, lose money, and FOMO trades. Wow. She's spitting game here, guys. Because see, I didn't even read this before. This wasn't on I didn't retweet this, but I'm telling you, this person's on something here. And again, this is her opinion, but I concur with a lot of what she's saying based off of what I've been reading in this entirety on X. And keep the market undecided. Losing this main level means that Binance W4 is going to bring the entire market down with it. Wow. Now, isn't this kind of funny that she's saying all this? And there's just some rumors about Trump pardoning CZ. I don't know, man. I don't know if you can. I don't know. It just I don't want to be conspiracy there, so I'm gonna let them say it, and I'll just read what people say. Bitcoin's last wave fell below the 0.5 support and took 70 days. This 0.118 support level is the last level that continues the previous bull trend all-time high. There's going to be a huge fight here. Wow. So I'm gonna have to dig more into, but I'm telling you guys right now, dig into this young lady's. I don't even think I'm following her. I'll probably give her a follow, but I got to make sure because my issue is that I'm at 589. And I don't be trying to. And so if anybody feels, see, I'm at 589. That's at 589. That Ripple 589 XRP. So I can't follow people just randomly, but I'll probably start following her for her TA. But if I follow, it means I got to get rid of somebody. So a lot of times what I do is I'll follow somebody important. I can't follow everybody that follows me, or I'll mess up my 589, and then I'll go delete something that like, why am I following, Kevin Durant, or why am I following Joe Rogan? And so I'll start eliminating people by process elimination, because I like being connected to people who really have good stuff that I can actually use, and so I'll probably follow this young lady at some point. Her TA seems to be on point. All right, let's move on. So if you guys get a chance, make sure you guys go check out Tara's TA. All right, let's move on. Okay, Watcher Guru, 16.8 trillion worth of crypto longs liquidated. Oh my God, bro. You guys understand how I want to see what people are saying about this. Jim Cramer says buy on September. Yeah. I don't really see no feedback on this, but yeah, man, somebody made a bunch of money off this. Somebody made a bunch of money. Yeah, I got time. Well, I mean, I got all the time in the world. It's Saturday, huh? All right, guys. So yeah, that's crazy. 16.8 trillion worth of crypto. That's crazy. My God. All right, guys. All planned based off of what I read yesterday. You know, this announcement coming right before ETFs are due, government shut. I mean, guys, look, you can't make this shit up. I'm sorry, curse, I get banned, whatever. You can't make this shit up. You can't. You know, October supposed to be one of the bullish, lead into a bullish momentum for the crypto space, and there's a government shutdown. Oh, that didn't do it enough. That wasn't enough. Now let me make up some shit that Zai or whatever the guy's name from China is doing something. Let me. Oh, so he posts something. It goes down. Oh, it's not enough. 100% tariffs. Boom. And then all of a sudden, all this fishing is going on with all these. So I do believe this is who this benefits. I think in the long run, a reset or a clean out benefits everybody. But in the short term, if you don't think there's a lot of people behind the scenes that are making an ass load of money, could you imagine being on this guy's calls list? And there was some anonymous guy that made like 190 million yesterday or something, like short in the market or something like and it was 2 new accounts that just came into the market. You can't make this up, man. You can't make. Like I said, I'm not trying to say I know everything. Let's move on. Dom, let's just keep on because I don't want to put my foot in my mouth here. Let me give some love to some people who came in. Edward Flowski's in the house. Hi, 6'8". What's up, bro? Bullish Big D in the house. Good to see you, my man. Pots and pans. Big Bro 10 says, baby dip, lots of love, stay on the truth 6'8". No. I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. Like, and I said that earlier, sis. I don't know if you just got here, but I said, man, that dip didn't do nothing. I mean, I was ordering me some stuff on Uber Eats, drinking me a little I was chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't lose no sleep. I had a partnership that I'm gonna get ready to announce. I was dealing with them and talking about this. So my day changed. I mean, because like I said, when you look at it, it dipped to $2. Come on, bruh. You know where we've been. You know what we've gone through, huh? Bitcoin dipped to 108. Come on, bruh. You know what we've been. You know this damn thing could dip to 75,000 and still profitable. This damn thing could dip to $1.50 and $1, still profitable. And I'm not going to go run, oh my God, and then start trying to feed a bunch of bullshit to everybody. Oh, I'm going to go buy. Why? I bought all I need of everything. I'm good. Right? So it's not, and I'm not trying to see it make it about me, but it's just like, bro, like if you, again, for those of us who've been around since 2017, you should not be playing the what should I do game. If you've been in this space since the last 2 years, when you caught Bitcoin at a decent price, maybe you gone through the Sam Bankman-Fried thing. Maybe you've seen XRP at 50 cents. What are you panicking for? Your time was then. Now, I'm not saying no dollar cost average because I know even Mike O said, man, Jay, I bought some more stuff. But all I'm saying is panicking? Oh, you chose now to panic? You chose now to get bullish? Hell no. That's what I'm saying. If your game plan has been in place, you shouldn't be tripping on nothing right now. Pullbacks? Man, come on, bro. If you think everything, you know what Amazon went through before they made it? You know what they went through? Come on, man. You have any idea what XRP and Ripple's gone through for 4 years and 8 months? Come on, man. This pullback, biggest crash ever? Okay, Ann. Yesterday's crash is a good reminder of a few important things. Number one, Dom says from Easy A, don't use leverage. My God, who's out there doing that, bro? And I know some people, man, personally, friends that I've developed through this space, they don't really watch my show because they're probably irritable. I didn't do nothing to them, but I told them don't do certain things, and they'll try to leverage themselves right back to the top again. And I've seen people lose houses. Oh my God, I've seen people who had a nice house, a rental house, and ended up in the extra RV. That's where they're at now. Just crazy stuff, bro. When markets go up, it's tempting to use leverage to enhance your gains, but leverage will get you stopped out of positions and blow up your account fast. You can go to 0 to 100 real quick, or go from 100 to 0 just as quick. As soon as the market goes against you, if you don't use leverage, you can hold through down draws. Facts. No matter how big, if you're a long-term investor, you don't use leverage. And that's what I'm saying, guys. Like, I was never a leverage trader, but I was a trader. I got into space trading. And I would sit there and trade and be like, oh my God, I told you guys the story. I'm not going to repeat it, but like, oh my God, I made, 200 some thousand or whatever it was. And then it went down and I took a profit that was not 200 some thousand. And then, but if I had been where I was at today, that would have been like 1.6 million. But I didn't know. Like, you live and you learn through this whole thing. But I'm going to tell you right now, I've never been a fan of leverage. And if you're leveraging, God bless you, man. God bless you. You got some cojones. I'm not saying I don't have cojones. What I will say is I will not play with my family's financial future like that. I will not. Man, come on, man. You telling me someone gives you the number to a winning lottery ticket and you put it in your pocket and go swimming with it in salt water? I mean, that's literal. I mean, really? Or someone gives you the number to a winning lottery ticket and you go to Vegas and like, man, I'm good at blackjack. I'm going to bet this damn ticket on a blackjack hand. What? Come on, bro. Have conviction. Facts. Number 2, have conviction. If you started doubting any of your positions yesterday or considered selling, you might want to reconsider your holdings. If you look at any of history's top performing assets like BTC, to NVIDIA, so that's from crypto to top in crypto, BTC, top in stocks, NVIDIA. They all had huge drawdowns before going much higher. That's a fact. That's a fact. And the thing is, guys, here's what I'll tell you. A lot of times when people are frustrated because they're over leveraged, right? They're over, and I'm gonna read what you say right now. First, I see you got a lot of good comments. They're over leveraged. So when you're over leveraged, like I met people who's like, man. And it sounds good. I got most of my stuff in, because I'm like that too. Hey, I got most of my wealth in crypto and some, money to play around with. But, that's why you don't go back and get a loan. I mean, I know people who got loans, bro, and that didn't work, and got another loan, and then got another loan, and mortgage. That's why you can't do stuff like that. And I'm not saying you can't, because I'm not a financial advisor. You do what you want to do, but I'm not betting my livelihood. That's why they have that old saying, never invest more than you can afford to lose, right? That's why they say that. That's why they say that. Like when I first got into crypto, my wife, because she just jumped in, shouts out to my beautiful queen, my better half, my everything, my drug deal. I love you to pieces, huh? Don't report her. That's my baby. Let me stop, huh? Let me take a little bit of that this morning. Shout out to my baby. But my wife can tell you, when I first got into crypto, I had like one of the coldest Hummers you've ever seen. Coldest. I used to drive around and we got out of the car. And people like, yo, that's one of the coldest Hummers. My Hummer was lit, right? I think I bought it off of like a music studio guy. I can't remember. I had like 6 of those damn things. But I sold it and I said, I'm going to use this for crypto. And I ended up losing all of it. But I invested what I could afford to lose. Now, did it suck? Yeah, it sucked. But it wasn't going to devastate my wife and my children. Type thing. Shouts out to my baby. I love you to pieces, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Miss you to pieces. Esco 215. Now we had this dip. We ready to see these prices hit that floor gas. Yeah, and I think it's possible. I just don't know if that's what we're gonna see next. And then we'll talk about that. If I was going to play with leverage, I would expect a low success rate and set up those losses. Yeah, very tight. Yeah, I mean, I know people who leverage, but it's like. I see people who are influencers talk about it, but what it is they leverage like crap money. Like it's almost like like when I go somewhere and if I lose, 20,000 or 10,000, whatever. I'm not trying to tell my business, but my wife is here. She knows that I lose. But if I lose something like that, I might put that on the leverage. If I'm gonna lose in the casino, I'll lose over here in the leverage. I just don't play the game, and maybe I'll probably be better off playing. Let's move on. Damn it, whatever. All right, focus on the long term. Prices go up and down every day, but if you're an investor, you should be focused on months and years. Damn, that's a bar, brother. That's a bar. So long as the overall trends remain up and the fundamentals remain strong, that's what matters. Number 4, remember what really matters: your health, your family, your friends. Amen, amen, amen. And are ultimately what really matters versus numbers on a screen. Work out, go outside, have fun, take some time away from the screens, and before you know it, we'll be on our way to new high. And I do agree with that part, you guys. Health is the new wealth. Me and my wife try to stay focused on walking and going to the gym, doing something. But that's a fact. That's a fact. So let's move on. It was all by design. I do believe that. I do believe it was all by design. I do believe this ain't just some, like it was just perfect, like the domino just clicked the, government shutdown. Uh, two comments against China, the last one being the worst of 100% tariffs. And then all this stuff with Binance and Coinbase where people can't access their funds and everything. I just, guys, look, I don't know what the plan is because I'm not on that side. I'm not in that room. But man, this is just, if you look at how devastating this was for people, that are in these different, whether it's stocks or crypto, but how advantageous or positive it was for those who might have been on the other end of this, like the government, like whoever was, positioning themselves accordingly. While we're sitting, again, I tell you, they'll start chaos, they'll start all this stuff. And we've seen Gary Gensler, to me, was the master of starting fires or starting things right when something good was going to happen. He was the master of it. If anybody's been around crypto long enough, you know what I'm talking about. Like, we would have dates that, okay, we're going to get to him in emails. Everybody, yeah! Markets start pumping a little bit, and then Gary Gensler would come over here and go, well, we're going to go after Binance. We're going to shut him down. I mean, it was always something. Elizabeth Warren just said XRP is not a security, but on this end, but we're going to file an appeal. It was always something they were doing that was diluting the good news or the bullish expectations of people. And what was October? What are we all talking about, right? ETFs, especially for XRP. Then the SEC stepped in. Wait, we're gonna make it easy for everybody. Everybody just come back and withdraw your 19.4 B, whatever the hell it was, and we're gonna make it a little bit easier for everybody. And then all this starts happening, right? All this starts happening, and then some people also have to look at the fact that, I know we haven't had our moment, and I do agree with that. That you haven't. When you look at some of these altcoins, we have not had a moment, guys. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, even before all this happened, what did Polkadot get to? $4? What did Chainlink get to? Some of these assets was $50, $60. Crow was damn near $1, right? So we haven't. I mean, obviously we haven't got into a bull run or altcoin season, but there are some facts we have to look at. Are they picking and choosing and keeping everything else suppressed? Bitcoin did hit an all-time high. Ethereum like flirting like right there because I think it was like 40. What was Ethereum's all-time? I think we like flirted with that. 49, so it got to like 47, 48, right? Was it like something like that this last week? 40, 47, yeah, almost 48. So Ethereum didn't quite hit an all-time high. Bitcoin did. BNB did. I mean, matter of fact, some people say XRP did, even though if you look at this, it says something that happened in China where it actually says the all-time high was 384. We didn't hit 384 this year, but we did hit like 360 something or something like that. What did we hit this year? Anybody? I think it was like 340 something, not 340 something like that. Some people saying in the United States it's an all-time high. So some of these assets did hit all-time highs, right? Not all of them. Not the majority, like 90-something% of the markets didn't. But there's also a lot of people feel like a big percentage of crypto won't ever hit all-time highs again. Let's just move on. Let's move on. Running out of time here. Okay, so it said the 19 billion liquidation wasn't a crash. This is from Stern Drew. And Stern Drew seemed like a rebel as far as I can see. The 19 billion liquidation wasn't a crash. It was an insider job with manipulation by exchanges. Okay, well, I'm not saying I agree. I'm just reading, okay? An insider made $192 million in 30 minutes. Now, this was so crazy about this. Binance lagged. CoinGlass attacked. I don't even know what that is. CoinGlass attacked. Hyperliquid profited. Think. The crash just exposed everything. Let me explain, he says. Okay, let's see what he's got to say. He says markets crashed after Trump accused China over export controls on rare earth metals and announced 100% tariffs on China effective November 1st. 1.5 trillion wiped out from Wall Street. 19 billion, god dang, 1.5 wiped out from Wall Street? Holy crap. 19 billion liquidated from the crypto market. Retail wiped, yet an insider made 192 million. Now, what's crazy about this is this next part. 30 minutes before the crash and Trump's tariff announcement, two brand new accounts on Hyperliquid opened multi-million-dollar shorts. So this is where this guy's going. Two brand new accounts open up and just so happen to get it right and make 192 million. That's crazy. It says both closed them minutes after the news dropped. Isn't that crazy? So two new accounts came in, the news was dropped, and while everybody else was going crazy, they closed them right away and made 192 million on two brand new accounts that were both created on the same day. Crazy. Someone knew something. It's either that or that's the two of the luckiest people or accounts ever in the history of making. The exchanges were involved. He got a question mark. Big CEX auto liquidation of cross margin collateral nuked the market, meaning exchanges themselves triggered the wipeout. Damn. A cascading auto sell waived engineering to drain retail liquidity. They don't liquidate by accident. They liquidate by design. Okay. Then suddenly, again, this is what my man Stern Drew is saying here. Then suddenly, Binance reports systems overload. CoinGlass, which tracks liquidations, goes offline under a proxy attack. Wow. Guys, I'm just saying, this just sounds too. Reports of Winter Mute closing down. At the same time, almost like someone didn't want us to see the numbers in real time. Damn. What? Okay, hold on. He got some documentation here. So this is from Binance. Due to heavy market activity, our systems are under high load. Some users may experience intermittent delays or display issues. We're actively monitoring the situation and work to resolve it. Funds are safe. Fuck. Excuse me, man. I don't mean to curse, but funds are safe, mother effer. I don't want my funds to be safe. I want to access my damn funds. I don't like that shit. I'm sorry. I don't like when people tell me that stuff. Your funds are safe. I didn't put my funds there to be safe. I put my funds there to have access to my damn funds. Mother sucker? Who said that? Mother sucker. Who is that? Oh, mother sucker. Oh, that's an African dude from Friday, huh? You mother sucker. Okay, let's move on. Had a little drawback moment. Okay, CoinGlass. We are targeted by a large-scale proxy attack earlier today, which temporarily affected website access. This issue has been resolved. Our website is now fully accessible. Thank you. So it wasn't accessible during the time that people wanted to track. So this is kind of going back what he said. I'm going to read it again. Then suddenly Binance reports system overload. CoinGlass, which tracks liquidations, goes offline under a proxy attack. You can't make this up. 19.14 billion in liquidations, the biggest single day wipeout in crypto history. Comparison, it was bigger than the COVID crash, which was 1.2 billion. Damn. 19.14 billion compared to 1.2 COVID? FTX was 1.6? 19.14? Damn. If somebody did make some money. This 19 billion. Okay. This wasn't a crash. It was a controlled manipulation. Liquidations are a big part of an exchange revenue stream. And I do, guys, I've been saying this for years. Years. Huh? You know how much you know how much money these cats made? And some of these dudes, like Binance, was showing numbers that were way different. They were saying like Sui dropped to like 2, but Binance should have dropped to like 50 cents. Like, what? What in the hell? What in tarnation? That's like one of those words you use when you can't explain it. What in tarnation? Esco215 says, I use Gate.io. Oh, man, damn. Force, not too many exchanges will. Where are you at, Esco215? For you used it because Gate.io, that's not American based. So what are you using, like a VPN or something? Where are you at, Gate.io, for you to be using Gate.io? That's not an American based exchange. Not too many exchanges will let you sell trail stops, unfortunately. But if you can get an exchange that does, okay, so you're saying they do. Yeah, because from what I understand, Gate.io, you have to use a, what's it called? I don't ever use those. Whatever. Yeah, nothing I talk about is financial advice. How about that one? What is it called? A VPN, yeah. So that's the only way I think you can use Gate.io here in the United States. Joe Budai says, does anyone have a sell a setup to buy XRP at $1.80 on Caleb and I think you meant abroad or brown. And did it go through? Why did you have a sell set up on Caleb Brown, Joe Budai? Okay, so let's look. Let's okay. I'm in Philly. I use VP. Okay, with Palu ID. Okay, gotcha. Okay, got you, VP. Thanks for sharing that, Esco. Thank you, brother. So yeah, that's the only way you can, Gate.io. It's a cool exchange. For what I've been told, I don't know. Okay, Esco. Let's see what does Nest4 says. That's crazy. Esco 215 exchange that did that happen. If you didn't mind me asking, okay. This was definitely a scam wick liquidity sweep. I had a trailing buy stop set to buy me in at low. Yeah, a lot of people when that damn thing dipped, a lot of people couldn't get that low price. A lot of people didn't. I know like a friend of mine that said he bought and he didn't even get that low price. He still paid $2 something. Yeah, not everybody got that damn low price. That low price, I know everybody was like $1.80. What? Okay. Guys, make sure you hit the like. Thank you so much, Hustle Hard. Appreciate you, bro. Shouts to my beautiful queen, my biggest supporter in life and all that I do. My baby. Huh? I had sell order on Coinbase futures, but it did not go through. If Caleb Brown sells more, what? Some orders went through, it would be a great sale. Yeah. So I don't want to let the cat too much out of the bag, guys, but I will tell you that I have some things in place. I can actually officially tell you now. I'm officially partnered with Caleb Brown, and so there's been some super deep diving and some super deep conversations, and I'm really excited about what they have going on and how they've come here. They got now 2 offices. They got another office open up here in the United States, a second one. They've got a huge presence. I didn't even realize like their biggest client base was here in the United States. This is all public information, but there's a lot of benefit for anybody trying to say what's not beneficial to them. I broke down every aspect of everybody's situation. Again, I'm not in the business of talking down anybody. I'll never do it because I think I'll be using different things, but I'm strongly looking at for 2 months from security, and I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Accessibility, me trying to contact people from various things, and the lag time on that, and the lack of communication. Again, I will never down talk anyone, but all those things came into a factor in my decision, and I'm going to be moving the purchase and sales. Yeah, did they honor the purchase and sales orders during the dip? I haven't used them like that yet, so I couldn't tell you that. But I'm gonna have a full thing on it. What I decided to do, why I decided to do it, not talking down on anyone because I'm going to use other people. Just because I didn't use them doesn't mean I'm not going to use DWP or Digital Wealth Essentials. Jake is my dude. Mickle's my boy. Max Avery, those are my brothers. And so, one of my decision led led from different variables, and that's a whole nother show. But it also, a big part of that was the multiple levels of security. And the fact that anybody can do it. And that was one of my biggest things is I didn't want to limit me talking positive about something that not everybody could do. And so we're going to talk about that. And I'm going to be setting that show up really soon. You get to talk to a human. Big Bro 10, you don't even get it. You do probably get it, maybe using them. But I will have an affiliate link. So guys, if you haven't signed up, don't sign up until you get my affiliate link to show support for the channel. But I want you to know why. It's not, just use my affiliate link. Dude, I don't give a damn what I make on YouTube, X. It's me looking into something. I do it like I'm doing it for my children. I will never tell my child or my wife or my loved ones to do something before I do it. And I've had some really intense conversations. Some conversations could have pissed off most people and irritated most people. But I had to ask those questions, those tough questions, those difficult questions, to the point that I thought, man, I'm probably frustrate these cats. And they always came back. So we're going to talk about that. But I put them through and we're going to talk about this. So I'm going to have 2 guys on, one representing my connection and collaboration, and the other who will be my direct broker who's actually going to be flying and having dinner with me and my wife, him and his wife. So I 2 months of research and digging. I'm going to be exposing that here real soon, and again, it won't come from just yeah, use my link. No, why from every facet of why, and we're going to talk about that. And if you don't care about why, well, damn it, don't watch the show. But it's coming up, and that's important to me. So I'll protect my family, and yeah. All right, let's move on. All right, where we at? Solana just exposed how corrupt the system really. What? Damn, I don't want to miss none of this dude's doing bars. Okay, so it goes on. So Stern goes on and says Solana just exposed how corrupt the system really is. Under heavy demand, 99% of transactions failed, wiping out thousands in forced liquidations. What? The only ones who got through, the insiders running the validators. Everyone else got wrecked. Does anybody know about this? Anybody who holds Solana? Oh my God. This brother dropping stuff I didn't even know. Did the crash trigger the Clarity Act? Oh, man, you're going somewhere different with this. Did the crash prove one thing? We desperately need the Clarity Act. 1 billion. And guys, look, man, you got to think about this. A lot of this crap will not be happening. That's what I'm saying. I think, and I've been around long enough to know that. I think as long as you got a gray area, people are going to push that gray area to its limit. So if these, and look, there's no question in my mind that these, oh my God, guys, let me make my statement before I say what I'm going to say. My mind just went blank. My sister Erica Garcia is in the house. I literally had a point and my mind went blank. Shouts out to my sister Erica Garcia, one of the greatest people, one of the greatest mothers, definitely the greatest sister-in-law. You know, it's funny because when me and my wife talk about my plans and my goals, our plans and our goals, should I say, about our family, we go on these walks damn near every day, and we always talk about what we're going to do for everybody else and what we're going to do for people and what we're going to do for this and that. And my wife, one day we were walking, she just started laughing. And I said, what you laughing at? She said, all you talk about. She goes, you're so cute. And I said, why? And she said, because all you talk about is what we're going to do for other people. And I don't know, man. That's, you know, I've never had a big birthday party in my life. No, let me take that back. The biggest birthday celebration I've ever had in my life came from my wife when we first got together. That was my biggest birthday celebration. She blew up some balloons and did it. I walked right in, and I just knew at that moment that she was the one. I knew she was the one from when I saw her, and I got to know her heart. But that was my biggest celebration. But I never had a birthday celebration like what I did for my mother-in-law, who has just been, you know, no one can replace my mom, but she's been the epitome of a great supporter. My God, you know, shouts out to my mother-in-law, Janet Lopez. So we, you know, I put a massive birthday present together for her, or celebration, like something that you would throw for NFL, NBA, or some celebrity. That's what we did. And now we're about to do it again for my daughters. And I hope that my sister-in-law can come. We're going to try to make some arrangements and help with them getting them down here. But she deserves so much love. So you guys do me a favor. Say hello to Erica Garcia. Her husband and their son just lost their son last week, a week or two ago, week and a half ago. And we're going to be joining them in a few days here for the funeral. But thank you, sis. Love you, sis. Thank you for being one of the real ones. Thank you for being one of those people that, like my mother-in-law, you're part of that discussion on, you know, we can never do enough. And it's not about, you know, what is she just being a great person. Right, just being a great person, great, you know. I always say people can fake it. You can fake something for some months. You might be able to fake it for a year, but you can't fake being amazing for 16 years. That's what my wife is showing me. That's what my mother-in-law is showing me, and that's what my sister-in-law is showing me. So, shouts out to Erica Garcia and the Garcia family for just being strong, and keep them in your prayers as they just lost their 14-year-old son. So. And I don't mean to bring that up or anything other than that's my sister-in-law. I love her to pieces. And the family's going through a difficult time. They can use all your prayers. And we'll be joining them in a few days out in Oregon. All right, what is real XRP? What is real Matrix is in the house. Good to see you. Chicken 14 in the house. Good to see you, bro. Huh? We're going to keep this rolling. So it came back to me. So, a lot of people, guys, since I've been in crypto, a lot of people, they operate in the gray area, right? They operate in the gray area. And I think a lot of these exchanges have, and I hate to use such a strong word as raped, but have totally taken advantage of people in this space. And the amounts of, you guys got to understand the amounts of money, assets, and liquidity these guys have, or like Bitcoin, whatever, they could tank the market. They've got that much, they're holding that much that they could tank the market and do things because look, I get the fact that it could happen a few times, but every time there's some kind of bullish momentum and the market always just magically always does the opposite and there's massive liquidations, somebody's getting that money. Somebody's getting that money, and it just can't be a effing coincidence that, guys, look, I've been in this thing long enough to know, even as a trader, that exchanges trade against you. Guys, come on, they see your stop losses that you put in place. They see that crap. They see everything you're doing. One of the things that I learned when I first got into trading and I was taking trading courses is the instructor was always saying, he goes, understand that it's not the markets, it's the other traders, the more professional, the big hitters that you got to worry about. They're trying to take your money. They don't give a damn about the market doing. They could, especially the exchange, they can see what your ass is doing. Come on, man. You think he's putting a stop loss in with Binance and they can't see that? Dude, I don't have some crazy things. I don't have things happen that just are unexplainable. Like having a stop loss, but it smashes past. Guys, come on, bro. So I definitely agree with what this guy's saying. So we need the Clarity Act. And I think once we get clarity and regulatory regulations in place and all these different things that are in place, then it's going to be tightened. But guys, like if these guys can make hundreds of millions and billions until then, they're going to do it. They're gonna squeeze the lemon for every drop they can get until there's no more, there's no ability to squeeze and commit this type of, in my opinion, fraud. It's just they can get away with it. When billions vanish, exchanges freeze, and insiders trade freely. It's clear the system runs on manipulation. That is a fact, not transparency. That's a fact. And you know why a lot of times these guys don't get hit? Because when you're making that kind of money, it's kind of like, what did we watch Sam Bankman-Fried do right before he got popped? He was going around giving Kevin O'Leary $15 million. Tom Brady, he was out there throwing money out like it was like Oprah. You get $10 million and you get $30 million. I mean, he was just, and guess whose money he was giving away? Huh? Yeah, just saying. Did all those politicians pay that money back? Did they? Funny how out of everything that Sam Bankman-Fried did wrong, the only thing that was never disclosed is who all got the money. I mean, they told on a couple people. We didn't hear one politician that had to pay back money. Am I wrong? Somebody let me know. Just saying. Okay. The Clarity Act isn't just regulation. It's the firewall between corruption and a fair on-chain future. And that's what we need. That's the next thing that we need is the Clarity Act. That's a fact. So shouts out to Stern Drew for this. The Clarity Act is Ripple's ultimate unlock. Okay, it's legal. It legally separates digital commodities like XRP from securities, meaning Ripple can leverage XRP as a neutral bridge asset across regulated payment networks. Once intact, Ripple's ODL, RLUSD, and XRPL hooks, XLS-30 and XLS-70 can integrate directly with banks and stablecoin rails, enabling programmable liquidity and instant cross-border settlement. Here's the thing, guys. I think the thing that we need to realize is there's been so much money made with memes and schemes and everything in between. Did that rhyme? I think so. There's been so much money made with hopium and lies and just bullshit. And the reason that a lot of people, in my opinion, since I've been in crypto since 2017, the reason that people did not think about how many people like Ethereum versus XRP, knowing that ETHgate was real, knowing what Consensus have done, knowing what Joe Lubin and those guys did with Gary Gensler and Prometheum and Wang Chang and Operation Choke Point 2.0 and the whole corrupted move by Ethereum and the SEC to dismantle and stunt Ripple and XRP's growth. And Ripple and XRP has always done things at the highest level of integrity. They've never sacrificed integrity for growth. They never paid anyone. Joe Lubin, Jay Clayton did get a check from those guys or from, various things tied into Ethereum. Come on, man. The story, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go to fruitionproductions.com. Watch the documentary Rig from the Start, unless you just don't give a damn. Unless you're just one of those people like, I don't give a shit, whatever. Just let me get rich and I don't care about nothing else. If you do care, take the time to research why. The number one company in the United States in crypto, Ripple, representing the number one asset in the United States, Trump said it on Truth Social, XRP, is so hated because they support or enhance a system that people don't like because they feel like it's a controlled system, money, banks, governments, and everything. I don't give a damn what they were saying about. I remember when I got into crypto, it's all about, they're never going to know, I'm going to hide, and they're never going to find us, and it's all about, oh God, right? It's all about going against a man. And you can say that all you want to, but at the end of the day, that all those systems and all that mindset, that's the 90% that won't even be here in 5 years from now. 2030, watch what you see in 2030. All that, look, if you thought for 1 minute, and that's one thing that when I first got in, I used to always think to myself, I was like, man, there ain't no way that the big boys, the big players, the banking cartels, the government is going to allow this, bro. And little by little, through all these different things, and Sam Bankman and Binance, and little by little, they have shown you that it's going to be their way or the highway, period. You better figure out how to play the game, and you better insert yourself in a position to benefit from what I think is going to be the biggest upside in all of crypto besides Bitcoin, because again, it's the first. It's the first. So yeah, see, it went from 4 cents to $120-something thousand. Facts, first of its kind. But it doesn't solve the issues. It's not created to handle, from a utility perspective, some of the things that XRP, XLM, Algo, HBAR, I mean, some of these other amazing utility assets were created. They were created to be better than. And so many people get caught up. That's why maxis get mad, because they're like, we got the 1947 Model T. It's the best ever. You could put better tires on the Model T. You could even try to figure out how to put air conditioning. A Model T is not a Lambo. There have been things created to be better than Bitcoin in every damn way. And they are out there. And they will win. And this is why we're going through what we're going through. I believe when the dust settles and everybody's shaken out and everything is put in place, utility, the thing that everybody hated the most, will win big. Not the only thing, but it will be the biggest winner because it solves the biggest problems. Facts. All righty. You got some good stuff here. He said the 19 billion crash exposed how exchanges decide who gets to trade. Damn, isn't that crazy? I mean, that's such a crazy bar. The 19 billion crash and all the stuff that was going on with Binance, Coinbase was like, I don't know if it was Uphold. There was a few of them that they named. And if it wasn't Uphold, whoever, but I think there was a few places that said expose how exchanges decide who really trade. And that was one of the discussions that I had with Caleb Brown. You're never in a position where you don't get your trade through. You always get your money. There is no levels. Oh, I can only do 25,000 a day. What happens when you make millions and you want to go buy a home or a car? Oh, I got to do 18 transactions over the next 2 weeks? What? No, all at once. You need $5, $50, 5,000 or 5 million. We got you. There's a lot of different things, man. We're going to be talking about that. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. These exchanges, man, they've been robbing and cheating for so long, but we're used to them. Hey, come here. Oh, God. Some say it's all leading to a new on-chain system, a clean slate where retail can't front-run institutions anymore. Out with the casinos, in with the infrastructure. Looks like the perfect liquidity reset before that part. Looks like the perfect liquidity reset before the next financial system upgrade. Man, that's a bar. That's a bar. In a world where everything is fake, wallets, volume, insiders, manipulation. Okay, I'm not going to get into all this. So he went somewhere I'm not going to talk about. Some other coin. All right, let's move on. All right, so Raw Powell puts it up better. He goes, remember, no leverage, no FOMO. Top 3 to 5 assets as your main bag. I mean, this dude's throwing bars. He throwing bars. And I'm not saying, oh, well, what about this? And what about XEN? And what about Zebek? And what, like, all those have potential. Potential. Right? There's a lot of cars out there that have potential. They roll down the street like the Bentley, the Mercedes, the Jag, but they're not the same. And that's what we talk about, the 70-20-10. Don't bank your future on a long shot. I've seen so many damn coins. And guys, look, I was talking to my son downstairs about wishing I had a dad like me. I wish I had a guide like 6A. I wish I had a best friend like me right now. Somebody who got in and kept it a buck. Because when I got in, I made a lot of mistakes. I was buying up everything. But I quickly learned 70-20-10. My biggest bet is on the 70. 20s, hey, they could be life-changing. I've seen them. But 20s and 10s can also disappear and not make it. And I've seen a lot of them do that too. Sheesh. I've seen coins 1 minute being mentioned here on the biggest screens, the biggest commercials, and next minute, gone. Some of those coins even had, they had, they were named, they had we were talking about this other day too. I can't remember who it was. The Miami Heat NBA basketball team arena was named after FT. I mean, come on, bro. No leverage, no FOMO, top 3 assets as your main back, self-custody or multi-sig with good wallet hygiene. Just saying, that institutional custody could be amazing too. And again, and I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but a lot of that, there's so many different, if I tell you the whole thing, why I moved in that direction, you'll get it. And it's not from a monetary perspective. It's not. It's from I remember somebody told me a long time ago, if you want to, James, before you become a millionaire, start walking like a millionaire, talking like a millionaire, acting. And it doesn't mean like bougie and, great pabon. No, just the way you move, the way you do things. And I've been doing that way before I ever got there, right? And so I tell people all the time, you got to walk, talk, act, and represent yourself like one before you ever get there. And for me, it's the same thing with my future, with my money. I don't ever want to get in a position where I'm trying to trade something, do an exchange, and you stop it. Or you got the asset running ahead of me. You know how many times I tried to sell something and it ran ahead of me, or buy something and it kept going? I mean, come on, bro. Really? Really? No, I'm sorry. Sell something and it kept going down, or buy something and it kept. I was like, man, I know they doing that junk on purpose. And because what I would do is I would look at the exchange when I'm trying to buy it, and I'm looking at the coin market cap or CoinGecko, and it's not moving. But they're running it up, trying to make a couple, and it might just be a couple $100 more. But man, think about if they're doing that to millions of people. When I say sell at that price, damn it, I want that price. When I say send that to my bank, damn it, I want that. When I say I want security like Ripple, Bank BNY, that's what I want. That's what I want. Okay, it says only trade small, degen bag 10%, hodl over long-term time horizon. Facts. I'm telling you guys, some of the richest people I know in crypto didn't even know what the hell they were doing. They were just holding. Facts. I'm smart. Okay, you're going to smart your ass right out of your profits. Just saying. I know people who just like touching stuff. I had a friend that just, he was a multi-millionaire, but just like touching stuff. Just every time you turn around, he's on the computer. Let me look at my wallet. Let me look into this. And then he got hacked. Got hacked and held hostage and couldn't do nothing. That's a fact. I'm not going to throw names. That's a fact. Sometimes the best thing to do is nothing at all. Zoom out and remove the noise. Expect 35% pullbacks frequently. It says buy the effing dip if you can. And whatever you do, don't F this up. Shouts out to Raw Power for that one, man. Bars on bars. There's an old saying I learned a long time ago. Success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. No, but my Uncle Pookie. But this person on YouTube, but when I go back and look at their YouTube, 2 years ago they were working at Chuck E. Cheese, but I'm gonna listen to them over Raw Powell and other people in the space that has success, because they make me feel special. You better stop it. Do your own damn research. Okay, Fidelity predicts that one Bitcoin will be worth $1 billion by 2038. Damn, how many years is that? 2038, 13 years? Sheesh. 1 billion? 1 billion. Who was that? Who did that? 1 billion. Who did that? Dr. Evil. That's funny as hell. But they don't. Here's the funny thing. Y'all can say 1 billion, but y'all don't got the damn audacity to nerve to say the XRP could hit 1,000. You have the audacity to say it could hit 1 billion. You know how much further, but XRP can't do 1,000? Ethereum did 1,000. BNB did 1,000. Solana probably do. Come on, man. What? But XRP can hit 1,000. It solves more problems than any of them altogether. You talking about building on or supporting versus a solution? Man, you better get out of here. Just saying. Know what you hold. Right here it says, I'm sorry for going over, guys. I don't give a damn. We're having fun this Saturday. This is the bottom on. Let me see if anybody popped in here. Hustle Hard in Crypto, Nesfor, Shane Sullivan. I probably got some stuff I'm not remembering. Just remember all the times we were praying for prices like this. Yeah, facts. You're right, Nesfor. If BTC hits $1 billion, a gallon of milk will. I don't know about that. I don't know. You might be right, bro. I don't know about that one. That's funny as hell. A gallon of milk for God dang. Can you imagine? Can I get some McDonald's? And you go out there and get like a Happy Meal or something. Yeah, that's probably all you can afford. But that's, how much is a Happy Meal? $59.99. Damn. Can you take out the toy? Oh Lord, let's keep it going. This is the bottom on altcoin and Bitcoin, the biggest liquidation crash in history. COVID-19 was the bottom of the previous cycle. Facts. This is the bottom of the current cycle. I do agree with that. I mean, it could very well be. I don't know what the market is going to do. But I mean, shit, it's still sliding. Excuse my language. I mean, it just went from, early today, 112 to 110. It looks like it's going down even further. So we'll see. We might get to, what's old girl's name again? That was on my thing. She was up above. She said we might be looking at XRP hitting that 188. Just saying, huh? It could happen. Where are we at here? All right, let's move on. What did I put? I said higher highs and higher lows. Welcome to crypto. For OGs, it's just another day with the greatest opportunity in the history of mankind. That's a fact. That's how I look at it. Yesterday, man, I was just chilling like a villain. Ain't tripping on nothing. Everything is correlated until it's not. And I do agree with that. This is kind of what King Valix is saying. He said, did you see how every effing coin on here has the same pattern the second BTC drop? It does. It's the almighty, man. It's the almighty until it's not. And it's leading the way until there's different benefits. And right now, it's not there yet. So it's just following the leader. But at some point, that utility kicks in. And it's like all that, all that liquidity starts pouring into XRP and these other utility assets, your XLMs, your XDC, whatever it is. And it changes these patterns. I do believe that's going to happen someday. We ain't there yet. We'll get there. Are we there yet? Nope. Okay. Pay attention. What the F? I keep getting so many messages from people asking, what happened to XRP? This is where I start blocking people, guys. Or I just start ignoring calls. I really do on everything. I just get tired of it. James, I get these messages. I'm like, man, I'm not even going to respond back. I'm like, are you really contacting me, asking me about XRP like it's the only crypto altcoin that's tanked yesterday? Is it the only one that went down? No, it's not. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Huh? Good Lord. I said, this is when I typically lose my, and say, go back to that job you hate. Go make that money that barely gets you by and keep building your boss's dream, because that seems to be the things you're more passionate about, because you obviously refuse to take the time to research and understand what it is you truly hold with XRP or any cryptocurrency asset. To those people, I'm done. Stop texting me, please. I don't got time for it. Market goes down. Now, if XRP goes down and you send me a message, I might respond to that. But just everything goes down? Now, I'm not saying you can't message me when everything goes down. That's what I'm saying. It's just when people say, oh, my God, what happened? Should I sell all my XRP? It's like, bro, what? What? But then I have to remember, guys, I always say this all the time. I say it kindly. I got to say it kindly. The greatest thing about crypto, anybody can do it. The worst thing about crypto, anybody can do it. Facts. FN Sinister says, what happened to XRP? That's funny as hell. If BTC hits 1 billion, yeah, that's going to be crazy. A gallon of milk for $100, damn. Right here it says, this dump wasn't random. A coordinated manipulation hit the whole market. I agree with that. OG BTC well open $1 billion short. We talked about that. U.S. government shutdown. Trump announces 100% tariff. Altcoins down 80 to 95%. Damn, some of them hit 95%. This was a calculated reset. Someone just made billions in a few minutes. That's a fact. And just like every time before, and guys, when you look at the markets, when you look at how these things are kind of capitulating right now, they're just kind of moving like really long sideways. When you look at this, how this thing is just kind of moving set up here. So there's more in place today than there was in previous times where this wrecked the market. There's just so much in place that me personally, not financial advice, me personally, I mean, if it goes down, it goes down. But at the end of the, yeah, just no, I know you are, bro. It takes a smart dude to make a crazy comment like that after I just said it. So I know that's like a brilliant what's it called comment. Yeah, yeah. Some people are like, oh my god, he's trolling. No, not really. All right. So anyways, yeah. So me personally, I just think there's a lot of things in place. When you look at everything that's coming with the Clarity Act, when you look at everything's in place for assets like XRP, Solana, and others that have ETFs that are going to be approved. A lot of people are falling for ETFs. There's just, like I said, the Clarity Act, there's a lot of stuff that's in place. There's still 1,700 NDAs with Ripple. There's all these different things. There's the ISO. Everybody forget the ISO 20022 is about to hit. That date will not change. That date will not get get moved and postponed. So there's just a lot of different things. MICA, BIS. There's just so many things that are happening. Acquisitions that, things are just not the same, bro. They're not. They're just not the same. And, yeah. If we had, look, guys, when you go back and you look at, there's bear markets that haven't had this kind of pullback, right? There's bear markets that haven't had these type of retracements. So to see this much wiped out of I would say this is a clean slate. Is going to keep, and you're going to find some idiots, and I say this kindly, who are going to go, I'm going to go, we're going to leverage from here. We got to go up. They might wipe a couple more out. They're going to sit around because they realize there's always some sucker that thinks he's smarter than the system. There's always somebody that sits there and goes, I got their ass this time. They can't go lower than this. Okay. They'll wick your ass again. Trust me when I tell you, you get wicked and wrecked again. Let's move on. Okay, enough of this talk. I got stuff to get. I got to get out of here. Yeah, we're already out of time. Okay, man, exchanges validate why we don't trust exchanges when it really matters. Dom says, anyone have difficulty buying that dip yesterday? Hearing some exchanges halted buying, and that's what's so effed up. Can you imagine if you're the kind of guys? It's sickening. Can you imagine being the kind of person that has liquidity on the sidelines? You purposely held liquidity on the sidelines, and the market dips, and you're like, oh, snap. I can get XRP at $1.80. It was just $3.04. I mean, oh, snap. I mean, think about some of these altcoins y'all said went down 80%, and they stop you from technical difficulties? What the F is going on? Guy, I'm telling you, can't make, because they realize that they don't want to. You want to know why they don't want you to buy cheap? Because they realize if your ass buy cheap, if somebody had 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 on the side, they don't mind big money doing it. But could you imagine if you had X amount of dollars on the side, you put up whatever in the market, and XRP hits $1.80, and it just goes back to where it was at last week. They don't want you doubling it. No, they ain't in the business for you to make money. You think exchanges are set up for you? They'll make you think that. You can trust us. We're going to give you some points, and we're gonna have contests, and we're going to have drawings, and we're going to have this, and we're going to have that, and they just smooth your ass all in there. And what they're hoping to find is those few dumbass people that are willing to leverage and short, and they are getting, these guys are getting Rockefeller rich, Elon Musk rich. 19 billion? Compared to FTX like 1.2, COVID 1.2, FTX 1.6, what? 19 billion? Man, you better wake your ass up. And that's why I made the move I made. I've been watching exchanges go down and having technical difficulties every effing bull run. Every time there's a big move, I don't give a damn how. You know what's so crazy? And we used to talk about this for years. Any OGs in the space? Any OGs in the space? How many people who remember asking yourself, as big as Coinbase is this, as big as Binance is, isn't your ass set up to handle this? You're telling me a dip, and all of a sudden it's, oh my God, we can't handle it. They're not in the business for you to make money. Facts. Facts on facts. They'll say, oh, and them. They'll say, look, we're here to protect you from them. No, your ass is them. You're just a different kind of them. A crooked, shady them. But you're them. Paul Smith says, hopefully the Clarity Act will pass and certain forces fighting the act hard. Yeah, facts. Definitely need this clarity. The Clarity Act changes all things, man. All things, man. It's a big deal. It really is. All right, let's move on. Binance have proven once again the biggest scammers in crypto. Damn, this ain't Crypto Cowboy, but I remember he was pissed off yesterday. I said, "Yo, bro, what's going on?" This is somebody else, Cowboy. He's got 37,000 subscribers. It says Binance has proven once again why they're the biggest scammers in crypto. During the recent market crash, they froze user accounts across the board, preventing traders from accessing their funds at critical moments. Not the first time, or Coinbase. Limit orders and stop loss functions were conveniently disabled. That happened to me. That one time that happened to me, man. I was in this is like some years ago when I was trading. And I put a stop loss in for Bitcoin, and that damn thing, man, I don't know, that stop loss must have been made out of Jello, because my shit went right past it. And I remember being in the kitchen screaming. Jeanette was like, "What happened?" I was sitting there on my laptop screaming, like, "What the fuck?" I mean, I was going crazy. And I had a lot on Bitcoin at that time, a lot on Bitcoin. And I was trying to stop, I put a stop loss, man. These guys are a trip, bro. They'll let it work when they want it to work. And when they don't want it to work, all of a sudden they got this technical difficulty. Well, you know what? I decided to get with someone who don't have technical difficulties. But okay, so it says limit orders and stop loss functions were conveniently disabled, a move that ensured Binance maximized profits during the largest liquidation event in history. Damn, bro. Now, when you really put it together, you couldn't buy, you couldn't sell. They made all the money. By blocking users from managing their positions or alonging the bottom, Binance effectively turned a market meltdown into their own profit machine. Facts. The new CEO of Binance, Richard Tang, could likely face prison for this market. Hey, yeah, whatever. We've seen how they did the last one. He doing just fine. Due to heavy market, yeah. Anyway, so he just went back and showed that again. It's just crazy, bro. It's crazy what these people can get away with. Digital Asset Investor says, I've been making this point for a while. Don't use leverage and don't borrow against your XRP. The market needs legislation and a lot more liquidity before thinking about it. And I do agree with this, guys. I do agree with this, what he's saying. You know, there's so many things that are in place. And who was I talking to about this? Was it Zach Rector? I've been on the phone with so many people, bro, like big people in the space, you know, using my contacts and stuff. And we've been having these conversations about, you know, all these people coming out talking about yield this and yield that. And it's so funny. I got a lot of people who unfollowed me. A lot of people I used to be real cool with, and people who, you know, we used to follow each other's account, and they just stopped because I call out bullshit, bro. And a lot of these people out there giving out these links and, oh, do this and do that and do this. And I'm not, look, I'm not haven't had a whole lot of affiliation with anybody. I will be having some affiliations coming up soon, but not a lot of them. Like, you'll see people promoting 15 different things. I'm not that dude. I want the thing that's going to work. And if there's other things I find down the line, I'll do it. I'm not trying to say there's anything wrong with people having multiple things. I'm not saying that. I'm not hating on anybody's money. I'll never do that. But what I am saying is you'll have people promoting some of these things that are out there, and they come out. As soon as they come out, it's like, man, it just dropped. It just came. Like, you know, and there's so many different variations of stuff, whether it's flare, whether it's Doppler, whether it's all these different yield things. But at the end of the day, guys, it's like DEI said, it's too early, man. You don't know how these things, and I'm not saying you can't make money. Maybe, you know, just don't go all in, man. Be careful. And you got so many people out there just promoting, oh, dude, and it's like, man, it just dropped. Like, this place is in Singapore. Like, what do you, just be careful. I'm not going to, because, you know, I've had people unfollow me. It's not the most popular thing in the world when you start talking on, you know, real things. Sometimes it's best to keep things to yourself, I guess. Privacy is coming to the XRPL and XRP. Privacy has returned. Shouts out to Crypto Erie on this one. She says, in a sea of red, Zcash, so she's talking about Zcash backed by a physical gold. And I actually looked at what she was saying. When everything was going bad, Zcash was actually still very much in the green. Where's it at here? Did I pass it? Where's it at? Right here. No, that's, okay, so Chainlink in 24 hours, where's it at? It was somewhere here in Zcash. Right here. So look at Zcash has been killing, bro. Last 24 hours, 61.26%. Okay, Polkadot got a little bit of pop going. Okay, look at Polkadot trying to come back up. But Zcash has been holding strong based off what crypto, some of the points she's putting out here. It says Zcash and Pax Gold backed by physical gold are the only two of 200 assets in green by market cap. Ripple posted on October 3rd, without privacy, financial institutions cannot safely use public ledgers. Privacy is coming to the XRP ledger. If you missed it, there's a deal in here, and I actually did share this. I don't know if I got a chance to go through it or not, but I might have read this or not. I'm not sure, but why privacy must be native to blockchain finance. A lot of these institutions want privacy, guys. It's going to be the next big deal. It's what they need to move forward, and so Ripple has all that in place. As predicted by David's new build will be heavily influenced by ZKP. Zero what? Grayscale has also been a significant interest in its Zcash trust this week. So these guys want that privacy. That's basically what she's saying. If you guys want more information, go back and read the link. Okay. Where we at here? No, Polymarket said it's October instead of Uptober. This must have been an emotional thing. It says October. It's over. It's over. Damn, the first 2 days in the thing is over already. TA is valid until it's not, and this is funny. Before fundamental technical TA, and I used to say this all the time. TA is based off of human emotion. You can go through the fib, you can go through all these things, but it only takes one bad thing. And others I know who use them. Not funny. Yeah, no, facts. Hustle hard in crypto. Like I said, I got a whole show coming up on that. A whole show. And it ain't going to be like everybody else, just like, well, this is what you use my. No, I asked them. I think I might have been a little bit of an a-hole. I wasn't trying to be an a-hole, but I was. It's like I try to poke everything I could, especially coming from my perspective and my position in this space, not personally and as part of the Crypto for Life family. And so, I made a decision. We're going to be talking about that soon. Anyway, so, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, all that sounds good until somebody comes out and says something jacked up. You could be like, oh my God, in the double formation, in the ascending triangle, and this, and we're at the Fibonacci retrace, and this is what's going to happen. And all of a sudden, one damn comment comes out and wrecks the market. So that TA works until it doesn't. If you believe, it gives you a good idea, but man, anything can change. COVID can change. FTX can change it. Trump can say something crazy. If you believe this dip was natural, you probably also believe God was a female. Facts. So you offended me. Of course, God's name is Lucy. Stop it. I'm just saying the Bible. Follow the Son, Holy Ghost. Just saying. Let's move on. Oh, see, I got to proofread what I'm saying sometimes. I appreciate the 3 people that liked it, but I think I meant they want you out before XRP ETFs launch, and I do agree with Frank Garassi on this one. Frank says 72,000 followers says another batch of S1 amendments rolling out on spot XRP ETFs. Bitwise, Franklin, 21 shares, Wisdom Tree, Grayscale, and Canary. Several include ticker symbols. Getting close. We're getting close. That's a fact. That's a funny comment. I'm not going to read it. Moving on. Seen this several times, always recovers and then creates higher highs and higher lows. Guys, that's a fact. XRP, I have never seen anything like this before. Oh my God, people, I just lost so much money or made so much, yeah, facts. Control those damn emotions. Damn it, we should have listened to Jim Cramer 2 weeks ago. He said buy crypto. Damn it, Jim, shut up. Somebody shut Jim up, please. COVID crash was 1.2 billion. FTX crash was 1.6 billion in liquidations today, which was yesterday 19.14. Huh? You think that was natural? I don't think so. Today just proves something big is coming. That's what I felt yesterday. I feel it today. Something big is coming. You know what I just realized, guys? It's Saturday. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys for being here. We've been so much in all this. Let me read a couple comments. Before I read the comments, let me just say this. Crypto for Life, Chicago Coin Family, XRP Army, all you guys that are out there, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. We're here on a Saturday because I want to come out here and just address a couple things, but there's no way I'm going through this stream. And I know we're over. It's okay. It's Saturday. Crypto for Life, huh? XRP Army. Guess what? This is for you. Woo!
This one,
let's go.
Does it like it is. Got them switching gears, no Ferrari with the tents. On some bullet shit, stop crying, start buying, getting bags. I ain't lying. Money multiplying, call it rocket science. I'm so tired of this crypto control. You already know, basically let money go. Swimming in the dough, SEC gets exposed. Tomorrow's the day we gon' blow.
You said the fear selling, and I'm still all in. What? Come on. What? Did you just throw a bar? Did you just throw a dope bar? Did you just come on, Ness Force? Ness Force. Let's play it back one more time. This is for my brother Ness Force. Let's do it.
This one, does it like it is. Got them switching gears.
One of the greatest things you can give yourself on this Saturday is listen to the damn words that's coming out of his mouth.
Ferrari with the tens. On some bullet shit, stop crying, start buying, getting bags. I ain't lying. Money multiplying, call it rocket science. I'm so tired of this crypto control. You already know, basing letting money go. Swimming in the dough, SEC gets exposed. Tomorrow's the day we gon' blow. I'll be better off when you selling at a loss, not caring what it costs. I'm buying when it drop, waiting for the flip flop to the tip top. While you watching TikToks on my new wristwatch. Hit the Vegas crypto meetup. Hello, nice to meet ya. Shower DAI like we do it all the time. Did a show with Lady E in the bag, man, the next night. A moon party, so you know we had to take flight.
If y'all missed the Vegas crypto meetup last year, or actually this year, Vegas crypto meetup by my man, well, there was a Vegas event, the XRP Las Vegas event by Brad Kimes, and there's a lot of people that are involved with that. DAI, obviously Ripple has been there, Brad, Joe Katz, and all those different people. It's actually absolutely incredible. I've been I think it's been around for what, 3 years or 4 years. I've been half the time. I've been twice. And then this year, we decided to do XRP Las Vegas Meetup 2025. Everybody was there. It was Jake Clavers, Zach Rector's, Molly Elmore's, Linda P. Jones's, everybody was. Every influencer was there. We had Mickle. We had, you name them, they were there, right? And John Deaton didn't make it. Paul Barron, those guys said they're coming next year, 2026. John was like, I ain't know I'm missing next time. So we'll have them, Eleanor Terrett, many others that have committed to coming in 2026. This is going to be absolutely insane. But if you missed it, guys, make sure you get there. And hopefully, we can help you guys get there. Meaning that this market, hopefully the market puts you in a position in 2026. We could be looking at hopefully a double digit, XRP, and it helps people make it to that next year event. I say kick Trump and Kramer off X. I said this 18 hours ago. Just ban their damn X account. If you can't post nothing on X, maybe the markets don't crash. It's so funny. Oh, God. I laughed at myself when I posted it. Ripple's business model relies on the idea that demand for XRP will increase its price. This document, guys, we're an hour and 35 minutes in. It's been a while since I've done that. If this happens in any other market besides crypto, there'll be calls for criminal investigations and congressional hearings. Food for thought. That's a fact. If what we just saw yesterday happened in any other thing, but it's that gray area until the Clarity Act. Armando Panjoya says breaking over. Okay, we already talked about that 19.7 billion. These were earlier posts. Crypto market, large single day liquidation. We know that. Now this is something that says Coinbase and Binance. Did anybody have any problems with Coinbase? It says Coinbase and Binance are expecting transaction slowdowns. I know some of you guys use Coinbase. You don't have to throw it out there, whatever. But I've heard of Binance. There's a couple of things I heard about Coinbase. But that's just crazy, man. You shouldn't have any meltdowns. That's what we're dependent on them for. We're not there when everything's going hunky-dory, when you just want us to onboard our money. We need them to step up when it's time, for us to utilize their exchanges. Damn it. Me watching this all play out, I said, no selling, no buying, just chilling. Great show. Greatest show on planet Earth. That's a fact. Now that's funny. Let's see what it says. Thank God it didn't come in the same day. What else am I talking about? Oh, yeah, this is crazy. This dude, this is kind of something. You might not see the humor in it, but the way he did it was kind of humorous. Or Shango, what's up, buddy? Crypto for life, fam. What's the new XRP rich list after you? That's a good one. I don't know, Orange Shango. I don't know, bro. I have no idea. That's funny as hell. Hustle hard in crypto, right? Also know Paul Smith. So hopefully the Clarity Act will pass. Certain forces fighting. Yeah, I agree, bro. Okay. All right, let's keep it going. So this guy had a little dry humor yesterday. It says, sold all my XRP to buy some new stuff. And some people might not like this, but it was funny. He said, a ceiling fan, some rope, and a chair. This is what, oh my God, dude, that's so crazy. The feeling, this guy Tyler, that's funny as hell. He said the feeling he had, he sold all his XRP, bought a ceiling fan, rope, and a chair. And then somebody put this right here. That's crazy as hell. They should never be that bad, man. When I saw it, I was like, what the hell did he buy? I didn't get it at first. I looked at it real quick. I said, why in the hell would you? It says arriving Monday. And I put, that's funny. I said, thank God it didn't come in the same day because the market's kind of corrected themselves a little bit. Oh, God. Things that people laugh at. Okay, it says, how the F we go from $1.98 to $2.40 in 17 milliseconds. Damn. I said, that Daniel San is the right question. Yeah, some of this stuff is repetitive. I'm not getting all this stuff. Do you think it's bad when the price dips? Wait until what happens. It soars. Yeah. And so here's a point I was making on this. So this right here, Shibo, if that's how you say it, Shibo, says, breaking, take your funds off centralized exchanges immediately. Coinbase and Robinhood users are reporting issues selling and withdrawing their crypto. So I guess there was some reports of them along with Binance, right? And this is what I said. Look, you think it's bad right now when the price went down, right? Which, not everybody was trying to sell when it went down. But what do you do when the price goes up? And for those who haven't been in crypto long, it has happened. They have frozen accounts. They have done the same crap when it's time for you to take profit. Straight up. It's happened. I've been around long enough. 17. It happens. I'm telling you, I don't know what it's going to take for somebody to get like bit in the ass by a cobra for you to finally go, oh my God, maybe I shouldn't leave my assets on these exchanges. Just saying, man. Come on, bro. And then the first ones want to explain, oh my God, it didn't work when I was trying to. We're going to talk about that. We're going to bring on some people that might could help you with that. How about that? The best entry is when everyone is panicking. That's a fact. Cassie Trey says in 1 hour candle, Binance USD wicked to 77 cents on XRP. Damn. Isn't that crazy? Binance was wicking down on the loss. They wicked to 77 cents on XRP. I know it wicked 50 cents on SUI, and nobody else had it at those price points. It wicked down there. You know how much money got? Oh my God, bro. So it wicks down and wrecks people. No other exchange shows those numbers. No other exchange shows SUI hitting 50 cents. No other exchange show XRP hitting 77 cents. But Binance did? Damn. Boy, you know how many people got wrecked? I said, can you say jinky ass wick? That's what that was. That was a jinky ass wick. That was a self-inflicted wick. Jesus. Can you say great reset? Facts. All right, guys, we're going to get up out of here. I think that's enough of that. I've talked about enough. Keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the prize. Oh, I got to watch out. I might get in trouble for that one. Keep your eye on the prize. We're going to play this quietly while we play this. We're going to play this all the way through. We're going to get out of here. Crypto for Life, Chicago Coin Family, XRP Army, greatest family on planet Earth, EARF. This is a special live just for you guys. Hope you guys feel it. Love you guys.
So many years and it's still no cheers. The fear selling and I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the mooning? It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing. Going back to go back, got them choosing. Which one? Bag it up. This one,
let's go!
Pull up in a spacecraft and bags on us. Get into them bags with them stacks on us. In a different bracks where they try to tax on us. Government some lies but them bags blowing up. Spitting 16s, keep them bags stuffed up. Give you more game than your mainstream rap buzz. Told you get the bag, disconnect from the fuzz. Your favorite rapper clone and he can't beat trust. Move to a different code so they can't tax us. Golden passports, rocket ships like Buzz. We light years ahead of the herd. Like they don't want you to get rich but die trying. But I sent you the crypto list, so start buying. And I'll see you at the tip top when we start flying. Upgrade the shit, push a button, autopilot. Party all night so we just keep flying.
So many years and it's still no cheers. The fear selling and I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the moon? It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing. Going back to go back, got them choosing. Which one? Bag it up.
Here come the monkeys.
This one.
Let me get some. We looking for that astro flip. Guacamole, I want the whole damn dip. I got my spacesuit on. Yeah, I want the whole damn shit. And if you bring in any further, bust the whole damn clip. Nah, we do our own research here. Over ledger on a t-shirt here. We in the jungle, I know. They like, monkey, how you see so clear? I did my homework, so he don't care. Yeah. Sitting on the ledger with the bag man. And I just bought Quant with my bad hand. A little Globy and some XTC. And a little more XRP. We not playing. So basically we repping for the same set. Cause we was here way before the main net. Who would've thought that crypto tales would come together on a topic that we know so well? Music.
So many years and it's still no cheers. The fear selling and I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the mooning? It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing.
Greatest family.
Going back to go back, got them choosing.
Planet Earth.
Which one? Bag it up. This one? Stack it up.
One more time.
So many years and it's still no cheers. If you're selling it, I'm still all in. What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the moon?
Come on.
It's amusing when you know that you ain't losing.
Greatest
Going
family.
back to go back, got them choosing. Which one? Bag it up. This one? Stack it up.
Guys, we appreciate you guys in a major way. Make sure you guys enjoy the rest of your day. True Dukel's up in the house. That's my I'm with you, my brother. Shane Sullivan, Jose Esco 215. That's my man, Pots and Pans. John Wick, damn straight. Jinky Wick. Beekeeper 69 in the house. Nest Force, I appreciate my brother. We still got to do that live, Nest Force. I ain't forgot about you, brother. Beekeeper, we got you. Chicken 415 up in here. Orashango, I appreciate you, my man, Pots and Pans. Hustle hard in crypto. We know you hustling and you got that bag locked up tight. Paul Smith is up in here. Appreciate you, Paul. Effin Sinister is up in the house. Appreciate you, bro. Who else we got up in here? Shane Sullivan, that's my dog. Huh? DCA Crypto Dave in the house. Nest Force, one of the realest in the game. Big Bro 10, that's my sister. Huh? Appreciate you, sister Major Way. Thank you for your support. The one and only, my mother-in-law, me, mamacitas. That's Janet Lopez, my mother-in-law. Thank you so much for all you do. And thank you for my beautiful queen, Jeanette, my baby. Who else we got up in here? What is Real Matrix? What is Real Matrix up in here? Erica Garcia, shouts out to Erica Garcia, Laz, Paul, and rest in peace to my nephew Elias, gone but never forgotten. That might be the next tattoo I get. Uncle James might just wind up popping an Elias tattoo on me, huh? Who's got him here? We got Joe Budai in the house. We got Paul Seawick, if that's how you say it, try to buy a coin, base block me. Okay, so Paul just verified it. Paul Seawick said, hell no, we won't go. Let me stop. That don't even rhyme. Hell no, we won't go. That does. Shouts out to Paul. Appreciate you, my brother, for that testimony there. Joe Budai's in the house. Joe Budai. My beautiful queen, my baby, my everything, my best friend. The light that she lights up the sky before the sun comes out. That's my baby. Huh? She's also my drug dealer. The reason I'm on coffee right now. Y'all pray for me. Just don't report her. I love her to death. Okay, let's move on. Who else is up in here? Bullish Big D in the house. Edward Frolowski's in the house. That's my dog right there. What's up, 6'8"? What's up, Edward? Who else up in here? Adam 500, listening on the road. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Adam 500 is my homie and my friend. He's out there hanging out on the road again. I could sing in the shower. Sound great. When that damn water comes off, good Lord, huh? Sound like he's out from Friday. I'm telling you, when the water hits me and the steam hits my vocals, I be singing. I'm like, damn, you sound good. Like Jay Kelly. Like I can get a deal on American Idol or something. But that water come off, I'm like, oh, hell no. What the hell just went on? Trick myself. Let's see. Who else up here? Shane Sullivan, good to see you. Mike, oh, that's my best boy. Y'all didn't know? Mike, oh, my dog. Charts can't lie, huh? Charts can't, they don't lie, but exchanges do. Facts. Bradley in the house. Good to see you, Bradley. Guys, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Anybody else popped in the last minute? Going once, going twice? True to Kel, I think I got my brother. Guys, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Wishing health and wealth and prosperity to the entire Crypto for Life family. You are all legends. That's why I rock with people like Nest Force. Guys, appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Until next time, it's your boy James and your brother from another mother, 6AJ. Peace. Greatest family on planet Earth. EARF. Yeah.